things. I personally think, we're supposed to imprint with somebody else, man. It's just logic. It's normal. You know what I mean? Somebody to spend your life with or share a lot of moments. And if you think about it, people spend billions a year, man, literally trying to find somebody. And then when they find that somebody, somebody to compromise with after the love wears off or the initial attraction. So, it's a lot of money being spent. But the one thing about love, man, is that you can't buy it. You know what I mean? You can't buy loyalty also. So let's go. No, my Dominicana right here. It got me thinking. She's gonna be shopping at the Jumbo right here and then the La Serena, grabbing some food. She gonna whip it up for us to eat and enjoy. Hey, haters, simps, eat your hearts out. Anyway, listen, man, it got me thinking about this. I got some life-changing information for some of y'all, right? But it comes with a warning first. Trigger alert. Now, some of what I'm gonna say is probably gonna trigger some of you, but resist dropping in the comments before you listen to everything all the way out of the reasons for what I'm about to say. Now, ladies or gents, if the only way you can convince the other party, right, to go with you, go on a date, go to a movie, be seen out in public with you, you know what I mean, is to influence that other person, right, with your quote unquote spending power. And if like some of the fellas in like places like Thailand or the Philippines, you gotta pay a monthly stipend or just like a tenant, you're gonna be evicted from your position that you're in within that quote unquote relationship. And if whatever you provide, right, can be replaced by the next person offering just a little bit more, if you have to use your finances for her to not do certain things, to not go certain places, to not take part in certain activities, you may as well just say it, man. You are paying rent. That's what you're doing, right? You're renting. All you're doing is taking up a space for a period of time with a contract of whatever you decided with the other person, and that is called a rental. It's a rental agreement. And for some of you who might think, well, what's wrong with that? Well, possibly nothing. But if that's not what you're looking for, or if you end up catching feelings, what's going to happen is something called the fulfillment curve. And eventually, what's going to happen is you're going to hit the fulfillment curve. Let me go into that. So yeah, man, listen, that good old fulfillment curve. Now, there's probably not a lot of you that heard about the fulfillment curve. And the fulfillment curve is a theory about earnings and money, right? It basically says that we have several different stages of fulfillment monetarily, right? So first you got a stage where you earn, that this covers your survival. That's the first stage. Now, in that stage, you earn enough, right, to survive, and you also spend enough to survive. The next stage, right, is a comfort stage. Now, that's when you make even more money than you need just to survive, right? So you're able to make your life when you spend comfortable, Maybe you say, hey, I need a nicer apartment, maybe a little nicer car, maybe a little nicer clothes. Oh, I'll be back. You're good. You make enough money to do that. But of course, you still want more, right? So then you got another stage after that stage. That third stage is the luxury stage. Man, you're balling out of control, right? You could afford all the experiences you need, like trips, travel, whatever is to your heart desire. We all got different needs and different wants when it comes to those kind of things. But then also all the material things, right? You're in that luxury stage. You could get all the top brands. You can buy whatever you want, maybe the Ferrari. You could buy the type of house you need, the pool, whatever. You might even be able to attract that type of woman that you've always wanted that you were never able to get just from your personality or looks or whatever else, right? And you feel like, all right, hey, man, I'm there, right? Now, there's another stage after that stage. It's called enough. Now, the fulfillment curve is important because it really says that anybody, male, female, it don't matter whether you earned that money or that money was given to you or somebody else give you the items, that after you go through those stages, survival, right? And then, of course, comfort, and then luxury, And then no matter what you spend, you can't buy more happiness. That'll be enough. I want you guys to think about something, man, because I get this comment all the time. Hey, it's all about money. That's all they want. And remember, this applies to any country in the world, because there's guys who just believe every woman, either way, you pay for it and all these things, right? But they don't think about that one little extra step that you need when somebody is with you to keep that relationship going beyond the finances, right? And what really happens is that fulfillment curve. Fellas, if I give you $10 million tomorrow, and you're like, man, I know all the things I'll do with that. And then you did it. And then you realize you got another 10 million left. Yeah, you'll be able to buy a lot of stuff, buy a lot more experiences, but I guarantee you, knowing now that you're in that position, think about when you had less money and then you made more money and then you just wanted a little bit more money. But you've never maybe really been to the extent where you can't literally buy anything else because you can buy everything else that would make you happy. You know what I mean? It's like after you fulfill what you need in your life, how much more could you possibly want, right? And you go through that fulfillment curve where you had enough. Well, what do you think happens for you fellas who think that at the end of the day, the only way you could keep a woman is to financially have everything that she needs? She's going to go through that fulfillment curve too. When she gets through that, I'm just surviving phase. And then when she went through that, I'm just comfortable phase. And then when she went through the luxury phase, she's going to hit that enough phase where there's nothing else you could pay for. How money, cars, clothing, whatever else. And there's got to be something more about that attraction and love, something deeper for her to actually still be attracted to you. Listen, I have seen guys who got money. I mean serious money. And literally a lot of those guys, because they're dependent on that to attract the female, they end up in situations with or without kids with that woman where it don't matter. The woman is past the comfort phase now and the survival phase, and he just can't keep her. This is why I'm of the theory, man, that whatever you do, no matter what you can and cannot afford, make sure you attract that person initially by the more serious things first. Or else that fulfillment curve, man, is going to come back to bite you in the you-know-what. Right? And if you don't believe me, I'm going to go into a couple of examples. Possible admirer right there in the blue. Anyhow, well, Amazon founder and multi-billionaire Jeff Bezos. Jeff's wife divorced him. Rich as hell, right? Still got divorced. After separation, she filed. Pause. Talent. Oh, Lord, talent. Yes, sir, Bob. Back to the proof. So she filed. But here's what's ironic. She got half of those billions. Something like 38 bill. Gave away 12 billion. Married a guy who was like a school teacher. She went for the opposite. Only to later divorce him too. See, she can buy anything in the world, right? And he could have bought anything in the world. But that something, that extra thing that just does it. And then when she went to the poor guy, same thing, right? So, both of them, all the money in the world. But then, you guys might say, well, that's the rich people. All right, man, we've all seen it. Some of the poorest people in the world got the most kids, all the drama together. And let's face it, man, some of those folks, they do what they got to do. Some of them might get out of the, survival and the comfort phase. And you know what I mean? Or they might not. But somehow, man, they do their best. And somehow they're the stories that end up, we met each other 18 years old in high school. And somehow they make it work. But the other people, it will never work. Anyhow, listen. Be sure to get the ebooks. Don't forget, subscribe, share, drop your comments. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what experiences you guys have went through.